Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Provocative Podcast. All right, guys, don't forget to make sure you're following the podcast. There's a little follow button now on Apple Podcast, so you can go ahead and click that on the right-hand corner, and you can follow us. So make sure you're doing that. And then, as always, this is filmed on YouTube, so if you guys want to watch it instead of just listening to it, you guys can go on YouTube and just search for Provocative Podcast and watch it there. And also merch went live last week. So thank you so much for everyone who purchased a shirt and supported the podcast. I love you guys so much. I still have a few shirts left. So make sure you guys go onto my personal website, which is jazzyfit.me. That's where you can find the links to my OnlyFans. You can find the links to my online training. And then under merch, you can find merch. So the provocative merch will be there until I make an actual website for Provocative. But for now, it's all under jazzyfit.me. I still have some shirts, so get you a shirt so you can support the channel. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who purchased a shirt last week. All right, so let's do the intro before today's segment. I'm really excited about today's segment. So, all right, intro. If you're watching and if you're listening, I don't have a lisp right now, but I did pick up my Invisalign yesterday, and I've been wearing it. I wore it all day yesterday, all night, and I'm going to be wearing it all the time. I think the only time I'm going to take it out, obviously, is to eat and then to record the podcast until the lisp goes away, because it's a very, very noticeable lisp, guys. And I just didn't want to come on here and then like a bunch of spit come out or like be lisping on the channel. Like I was just like, no, I don't want to wear it. So I'm not wearing it now, but honestly, it feels so weird when I take it out. My teeth are not in too much pain to the point where I'm like, I can't eat. It just feels weird when I take them out. Like I feel like, my teeth did move. Like it just feels like I have space and stuff. But I'm excited. Apparently, it's going to be like only a 5-month process. The only thing is yesterday I went to go pick them up, and I thought it was going to be a simple pick them up, put them in, and then we're done. But Dr. Lee was like, no, we're gonna have to make some space. And I'm like, okay, like, well, what do you mean? Like with the Invisalign, right? Like just, it's gonna make space on its own. And he's like, no, I'm gonna shave some of your teeth. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm gonna shave some teeth. I'm like right now? He's like, yeah, like right now. I'm like right now. He's like, yes. And I was like, is it gonna hurt? He's like, no, it shouldn't hurt. You shouldn't feel anything. Guys, I was wearing shorts. My ass, if you've been to the dentist, they have like those leather seats. I left that leather seat just like in a puddle of sweat. I was sweating profusely because I was so anxious because I didn't know what to expect, and I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so painful. Like, fuck, like what if he cuts me? Like I started thinking the worst, and thankfully it was like painless. There was no pain, and it was just very like, he didn't like shave a ton of my teeth. It was only like 3 teeth, and it was very, very slightly, not too much. And then he took like this like floss file thing where they file down in between your teeth a little bit, and that part was just like a little uncomfortable. He did cut my mouth a little bit, which is kind of like normal because it's hard to like get in there. But other than that, yeah, guys, I'm excited for this Invisalign journey because my top teeth are pretty much straight, but they're not on the same like level. So I'm excited that everything will be like even, and then my bottom teeth are crooked. So I'm excited that they're gonna be all in the same, I'm gonna have straight teeth. I'm excited. So yeah, I picked that up yesterday. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. If you guys have any like Invisalign stories, recommendations, anything you guys want to share with me about your Invisalign journey, please DM me. I already had friends who were like, stock up on ibuprofen because you will be getting headaches. So I did that, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. And then another big thing that I guess I wanted to share with you guys, if I don't know, you might find this interesting. So Chris and I have finally been able to go out to dinner and have like date nights and stuff like that. And Chris and I really like to just explore different restaurants. We're really big on like high-end sushi. We love sushi. We love raw fish. We love trying new places. So for some reason, we just haven't tried Nobu. And, I have a couple friends who rave about Nobu, especially like in LA. I feel like everyone's like, oh, Nobu, because of the Kardashians. So I was like, let's make a reservation and go this weekend. So we did. And honestly, guys, like compared to some of the 2 other higher end sushi places that I go to here in Houston, I was very let down. Like I was expecting more out of it. And we did the omakase, which is if you get the omakase, they bring you it's like a 6-course meal, and they pick like their chef's favorites and they bring them to you so that you can have like, you know, a variety of things. And then next time you go in, you already kind of have an idea of what you like. So the only thing that I always say no is like uni, which is like sea urchin. I think is disgusting. Like it's gross. It's like the consistency is really gross. But I don't know. Chris wasn't a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of it. I was kind of disappointed. So I won't be going back to Nobu. I don't know if you guys have been, if you guys love it, but if you're in the Houston area, Uchi is like way better. The vibe is even better too. So yeah, I just was not a big fan of Nobu. But anyways, guys, that's my little intro for today. I'm back on my fitness grind. I'm back on my work grind. So everything else has been good. But all right, so today's episode is going to be about us ladies. I think it's just us all ladies being toxic and some of our toxic traits. And I asked you guys to send in some of your toxic stories on Instagram. I have not read them. Chris went through them and got the best one so that I could have the best reaction on camera and for you guys here. And of course, I wanted to have a guest with me. So I brought on my best friend. You guys know I talk about her all the time. I talked about her last week. And her name is Areli. Say hi. Hi. I figured she would be the best one to bring on here to talk about toxic traits just because, you know, we talk about toxic stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
So, all right. So I asked her if she has ever been like super toxic or if she has a story of like a super toxic moment. And you said not really, but so what would your toxic tendencies be?
Okay. So as we were discussing earlier, I think I'm very conscious of whenever I get too toxic. So I stop myself. So the only things that I've done is go through, well, whenever we were dating at the time, my boyfriend's phone, I went through his Google history, his search history, because sometimes they don't erase it. So it's there. But then if they do, and if, you know, it's super shady whenever you don't see anything on there.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you're like, okay,
sure.
they erased something.
Yeah, yeah.
So then you're able to go through like the last 48 hours, the last hour, the last 7 days.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that I've done, gone through his Instagram. He changed the password, so I figured it out.
Yeah.
He was out of town, so I did that. He came back into town. He went to the shower. I did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
The most toxic thing.
The most toxic
You've
thing
never
I've
keyed a
done.
car. You never.
No.
Like,
I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't think about it.
Okay.
You know,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to say that. But if you ask him, I'm super toxic. I don't even know what I do, but I'm just toxic.
It's toxic. But you're married now to the same guy, guys.
Yes,
She's married
yes.
now.
Yeah.
And Areli's been with Eddie for how many years now?
Oh, we're going to be
13
years.
You beat me a year in dating.
Yeah,
and
we're
I
going to
beat
be
you a year.
13 years in August 11th. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chris and I will be 12 years at the end of this month. But yeah, so guys, it's funny because I have like some toxic like traits too sometimes, and it was more when I was younger too. And it, you know, like I want to share it, but at the same time, you guys are going to think Chris is an asshole. But you know, we dated them when we were 15. Like I was super jealous when I was like 15, 16. Like I'm still kind of jealous, but like I was even more. You're like, you know, I'm jealous. I love how all my friends are like, okay, yeah, Jazzy.
I was like, I was just gonna let you talk. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, so I used to be way more jealous than I am now. I just have a thing about like, what's mine is mine. And like, I'm like that with my friends too. You know that. Like, I just like am very, I don't know, protective kind of like the people, but you know, jealousy can sometimes take over. But I think for me, like, I don't really have like a toxic story. Like, I think the most toxic thing I've ever done when I was younger and Chris and I would like have like our little breakups would be like I would hang out with guys that were into the same stuff he was into, even though I had nothing like no knowledge of. Like, let's say he liked cars, right? I would make sure I was like hanging out with a dude who had like a really nice car.
So Chris could get jealous.
So I would post it all over MySpace at the time or whatever, so he could look and get jealous. So I guess that would be like my most like toxic thing I ever did when I was younger. But I mean, I've gone through Chris's phone. Like, I thankfully now don't go on. We were just talking about this. There's a difference between going through, at least for me, like, I don't think it's bad if you go through your significant other's phone. Like, sometimes I'm just like, well, I know his IG password, but I'm not going to log in to it on my phone. So I'll just go through his like IG and like scroll. I'm done. Like, I don't know. It's like a a little sense of security, but I'm not like looking for stuff. Cause I went through that phase where I was like, I want to see his phone while he's in the shower and look and see what I can find. And that is toxic because you're like not trusting your partner. And you're like, what can I find? What kind of little fuck up did he make? But other than that, I don't really think I'm too toxic. Actually, it's really funny. The other day, on Saturday at the gym, I was working out by myself. It's always when I'm working out by myself, okay? He said, like, he was talking to some guy, and the guy introduced, I guess, to the girl that he was with. And I saw him talking to her for a little bit, and I forgot to ask him. Like, I forgot to ask him what was said in that conversation. I just, for some reason, like, that day we talked about the conversation he had with the guy, but it literally, like, just went out of my head that he talked to that girl. So on Monday, I wake up and she DMs me. She's like, yeah, I talked to your husband about this. So then I get off, I'm like in the toilet while I'm reading this message. And then I get up and I'm like, hey, so like what conversation did you have with this girl at the gym the other day? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, like you went up to this girl and you were like, we're talking to her. And like, I saw you like that you went away, but then you went up to her and like kept talking to her. Like, what did you say to her? And he was like, all I asked was like where her family was from because her last name's Pineda too. And I was like, all right.
And you know, guys, you should really, if you know Chris, he's very to himself. He barely talks. So for Jazzy to even ask, what did he say? In my head, I was like, it couldn't have been very interesting because Chris doesn't care about anybody else.
Yeah, I know.
What they say.
I know. I'm like in my head, I'm like, what was he asking her? Like, why was she smiling? Like, what was so funny? Like, and it was like probably like a 2-second conversation. And I was like, oh, well, you didn't like say anything to me about it. He's like, because I asked where her family was from, like, because we had the last name, like, that was it. And I was like, all right. He's like, why are you trying to be toxic right now? I'm like, I'm not. I was just asking. But I think that's the only time I'm ever like, I guess you could say toxic. Right, babe? All right, let's get into I'm like, slap you. Like, if he was right here, but slap. But all right, let's get into these story times because Chris is the one that screenshotted them. I dropped my phone, so I have to grab it. Okay. All right. I think he screenshotted like 15. He was laughing at some of these. But okay, so Chris was reading these yesterday and I didn't get a chance to read them because he's like, I wanted it to be a surprise. He's like, damn. He's like, some of these girls are fucking psycho. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, they're just bitches. Like, I was like, he's like, they are not even toxic. They just want to be mean. I'm like, yeah.
See, doesn't it kind of make you feel grateful for the kind of woman that you have?
Yeah,
you're not like that. I always tell Eduardo, I'm like, look, I could be way more toxic. You should be grateful that I am not that way. You know? Like, like I could be super crazy. And I'm like, do you want me to be crazy? And then he's like, no. And I'm like,
okay then.
Okay.
Take me as I am.
Take me as I am right now.
All right. So this one said, so I guess I put it on the DM, on the poll, and I was like, tell me your like most toxic thing you've done. And she said, stalked every single girl my boyfriend follows. Have you done that?
Okay, no. Well, okay, I guess
I have.
I guess I'm a little more toxic than I was a little bit more toxic. Okay, so whenever we started dating, I'm gonna sound like such a bitch, but whenever we started dating, I created rules.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, if you're gonna date me, there's these rules.
Yeah.
And I was 15 going on 16, and I was just like, okay, we're not gonna follow the opposite sex. Like, we're just not going to do that. And at that time, it was just Facebook. So whoever we were following already didn't count, but moving forward, and then Instagram came.
Yeah.
I didn't have an Instagram. He didn't have an Instagram. I don't think we both wanted to create an Instagram because we were just toxic like that. We were just going to see who we followed. Right. So I told him, I'm like, you're not allowed, when I was 15, to follow girls, and I'm not allowed to follow guys.
Yeah.
I mean, keep in mind, later on that changed. So whenever he did
start following girls,
I stalked the shit out of all of them.
Yeah. No, I've done that. Like, I mean, Chris, and I've talked about it on the podcast, we do have the one rule on social media where it's like, I don't follow local guys and he doesn't follow local girls unless they're friends. And then he's not like, and then he can follow any model he wants, whatever, but just not local girls because you're not going to give them the time of day. I'm sorry. Like, that's how I feel. And there's a lot of girls who don't let their significant other follow guys. There's other girls who don't let their significant other follow other girls. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever works in your relationship works. But, you know, I think, like, you know, I don't want to say there are rules, but it's like whatever makes your relationship work.
It's not rules. It's boundaries.
Yeah. So that's like our boundary. But other than that, he can follow any of the models that he wants. And so, but I've looked at all the ones he follows. Like, I've looked to see who they are. Sometimes I follow them if I find them interesting. Most of the time, that's how I come across some models, because I'm like, oh, she's pretty. He's following her. Let me follow her too. Like,
I mean, is that really toxic?
No. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like instead of her telling you to not follow people, she's just stalking everybody that you follow. So I feel like that's kind of like her doing you a favor.
What do you mean?
Like, because she's like, oh, I stalk everybody he follows, so obviously he's allowed to follow anybody he wants.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, you can do that. I'll just stalk all of them.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
or is it because
it's a little toxic, I guess you could say, like, in the sense that, like, you're like going in and like snooping and shit. But I don't know. It's not too toxic. I mean, like I said, I for the most part, I think I know all the girls. No, I don't know all the girls all the models Chris follows. I don't. But for them, I guess some of them I do see. But I haven't like gone personally and gone since the bottom and checked all of them. But he hasn't followed any recent ones I've checked, so.
How do you know how recent?
Because you go on to recent.
Oh, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, you go on recent and you see who recently. And I know, like, at this point, he followed this person, like, 2 months ago. So, yeah, it's not recent. So.
I heard that also, like, if you get on, like, the internet, like, if you look up Instagram and then you look up the person on Instagram on the computer, it reveals things.
If you look up that person?
Yeah, like, instead of going on your phone and using the app, like, if you actually go to the actual Instagram website, that, like, if you look them up, you're able to see, like, if you go through their followers, you're able to see all this stuff. Don't ask me how I know. It's just TikTok. I'm not like that.
All right, next one. It says, back then I had sex with my ex to prove that I could have him whenever I wanted. All right. I don't know if that's toxic or that's just, like... No comment.
I'm like, okay, you had to have sex with your ex so you could prove because you're proving that to yourself, so you're not proving that to anybody else, because obviously your boyfriend doesn't know.
Yeah.
And why the hell would you want your ex? He's your ex for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess do you, girl.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was fucking my man's dad. Oh my God. Could not. Oh my God. I just got hot. Dude, oh my God.
Wait, I would like to know more about that. Like, how do you get away with that? Did they live in the same house?
Probably.
Why were you fucking his dad?
Well,
when did it even start?
Was it at the same time that they were going out?
Yeah, it was. I was fucking my man's dad. It was her man. So they were together.
Damn, that's some fucked up shit. That's messed up. I don't even know if that's toxic. That's just like.
But when did they meet? Did she meet the dad first? Did he just happen to have a son?
I don't know, but why would I don't know. That's what you said. They're still currently dating, so it says I was fucking well, they're not currently dating, but I was fucking my man's dad.
You don't know if they're not currently dating.
Well, I don't know that, but like you said, they were together while she was still having sex with the dad.
Damn, that's not even toxic. That's on a whole nother level. Fucked up. That's
toxicity.
Like, how do you
scale whatever?
That would be so much energy. That would be so much energy to not be in the same room. How do you even? How does she
act?
Yeah, like, how does she even act with her boyfriend around the dad? Like, that's disgusting.
I just think it's weird. I mean, I'm not trying to judge. We're not coming.
Yeah,
we're
not
to
judging.
judge.
We're not
but
judging.
Like, I don't know. Like, how do you not think about like? How does a dad not think about this girl's like literally my son's dick has been inside of her earlier today or whatever.
Maybe they just didn't have a really good relationship.
Yeah.
That's the only way I think that she could get away with that one.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, but props to you. I mean, you did it. It's a good story to tell when you're older. So
I guess. All right, yeah, and I do want to disclaimer here. We are not judging any of you girls because we all have our issues. We've all done shitty shit in the past, but you guys are going to get our genuine reactions. So I just want to say that. All right. Next one. I didn't want my boyfriend to go to Colombia without me, so I stole and hid his passport.
So she stole his passports?
Hell yeah, girlfriend.
Wait. First of all, why is he going to Colombia without you?
Yeah.
Have you seen those TikToks where the guys are like really attractive and they're walking through like a random street in Colombia? And all the girls just grab them.
Yeah.
Like they're just grabbing them, turning them around. And obviously everybody in Colombia is very good looking. Shout out to all the Colombian ladies out there. But like they just grab you. There's like literally no boundaries over there.
No, there's not. I mean, we went to Colombia and there was like girls everywhere. Like I guess escorts, prostitutes everywhere. And they just grab whoever they want. Like we were at a club and they were everywhere. Like everywhere.
And they're like, I mean, obviously it's Colombia. So everybody has like really nice bodies over there. Mm-hmm. But I'm actually, you know what? I think I would have done the same.
I would have done the same too.
Yeah.
I probably would have done the same. Or I would have probably, like, now thinking about it, I would have been like, I'm pregnant with your baby. You can't go.
I would have pretended I was sick.
Yeah,
I would
do
have
something.
I was sick.
Do something. I would have done something about it. Back then, I mean, now, I know Chris is not going to Colombia without me. But I'm saying, like, if he was going on a trip, he wouldn't go on a trip without me. But...
If you didn't know, you know how toxic she is.
Yeah. He'd be calling me every hour. No, but dude, I probably would do the same. Like, I
feel like if Chris didn't reply to you or he didn't answer your phone call and he was out of town, you would already taken a flight wherever he was.
Oh,
at.
hell yeah. You haven't met the crazy side of me, really. Well, honestly, I haven't had to act crazy in years, so I don't know how I would act now. I don't know. Don't put me to the test, though. Don't test me. He's going to test me this weekend. All right. Welcome back your bag. Let's go. All right. Next one. He literally was left with nothing but his clothes. What the heck? Chris? You have to read the one excerpt first. Okay. Ex cheated on me. I ordered a moving truck and took all the furniture while he was at work. He literally was left with nothing but his clothes, plates, and utensils. Damn.
Amen to that.
Amen. Damn.
You were even too nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even got a moving truck. Everything would have been outside, bleached, on fire.
Damn.
Everything.
Damn.
That's...
Eddie, you better not cheat. we taking all you got, bro.
She was nice enough to even get a moving truck.
Yeah, outside of the gym, you'll be like, Eduardo, not welcome.
I have his own gym.
His own gym. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think that's toxic. That's something I would do too. Hell,
like, I mean, what else is like, and that's even if, because I feel like girls do toxic things because they either have a reason to be toxic or like for them to justify what they're doing is because they're really hurt. So you must really have hurt them.
Right.
Like for her to have done that, she got cheated on. I mean, we don't know the details of this relationship, but for her to have done that, she must have been very hurt.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And she was nice. I feel like that was very nice.
That was very nice.
I feel like that was like a PG of like,
yeah,
what could have happened.
I think in a level of toxicity, that's probably like a 3.
Yeah. Let's rate them.
All right. All right. 3. The passport is probably like a 6, 7.
I feel like that's a 7.
Yeah, but I would definitely do that.
I would like to know if he went.
Yeah. Dude, girl, let me know if you went, girl. Tell me what happened. I need more details on that story. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Hit my ex with my car when I found out he cheated on me. Sorry, not sorry.
Hit my ex with my car.
I feel like there's gotta be a story. Like if Chris, if I found him in a bed with a girl and he was cheating on me, and then I got in my car and he got in front of me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd run him over.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
I run him over. Yeah.
Like, whenever you're in that type of rage.
Probably not, like, run him over to kill him, but, like, you know, like, hit him a little bit with my car.
Like, you would go forward and then you would go back and then you would go forward.
Well, I wouldn't, like, I would want to just tap him. I wouldn't want to, like, I don't think I would want to, like, kill him.
But in that moment, would you really tap him?
I don't know, probably not.
No.
I'm a hitter. I'd probably hit the fuck out of him. Like, I'd probably smack him.
Well, you used to do boxing.
But I can take it, but... Huh?
I'm like, used to do boxing, so I'm pretty scared. Poor Chris.
I don't know, but I've told him I'd get a knife and just chop it right off.
I see it. I see that happening. I saw a little craziness in your eyes. Got a little scared. I had to look away.
Stop. All right, would you hit Eduardo with the car?
I feel like I wouldn't do anything to her. Like, I wouldn't do it. I feel like if that were to happen, like I said, I mean, I've talked to my friends about this a lot. Like, if that were to happen to me, I feel like we're in a spot in a relationship where I would just leave. Yeah. Just because it is what it is. You already did it. I mean, I just don't know. But if I was in a full on rage,
like on a rage.
If I put myself before we got married and I was a full on rage and he would have done that, I probably would have hit him multiple times. Yeah. If he kept trying to be in front of the car as I'm trying to leave.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have felt bad either. So good
I feel like the same. I feel like now, like, I don't know. I would be so hurt if Chris did, like, if I caught him cheating. But it's almost like what you said. I feel like I'm at the point where it's like, why make a fucking scene? Like, if he did that, it's for a reason, and I would probably just need my space. Yeah. But
if you were in that position when y'all were dating,
oh hell yeah, that's different.
Like why cheat on me, cut you in another bed, walk out, chase after me, get in front of the car when I'm trying to leave? Your ass is gonna get run over. That's what you're asking for.
Yeah. All right,
wait, rate it. Let's think about severity. Let's think about was he okay? Was there medical bills?
Were there medical bills involved?
Did he get better after this? Was he injured? I feel like the gravity of the situation would probably be
but I think 8. I mean, what do you think it is?
An 8.
An 8?
Just because he did get run over. I mean, he almost lost his life.
That's true. Yeah. Got it that way.
But that's the only reason why.
All right, okay. Then it's an 8. All right. Next one. Got engaged knowing he was cheating just to break it off and hurt him more.
Oh, I love that one. That's a 10.
Damn, God, did you keep the ring? Oh, my God.
You should have kept... Okay, there's people that say I would return the ring.
Yeah.
But you pawn that shit. Why the fuck would you return it?
No.
Like, why would you give it back to him?
If he cheated, got engaged knowing that he cheated. If he cheated, right? And then you knew he cheated and got engaged, I wouldn't give the ring back. Fuck no. Because you're already doing it because you already know. Like, you have, like, a plan. Like, she had a plan. She's like, I'm going to get engaged and then fucking be like, fuck you. Like,
and I hope he spent all that money.
Yeah. Or I hope she got shit out of it. Or pretended like, hey, I need 20 grand for this salon, for this deposit here, but kept that in her pocket. Because, hell yeah. Damn, good for you, girlfriend. Good for you.
Takes, you know how much patience, how much thinking, how tactical, like, you need to make a career out of that.
Yeah.
Like, the patience. She like, I'm pretty sure you wrote that down.
She had to have Imagine knowing that your significant other
and just holding it in, and then seeing him at the altar.
You're like fucking drinking.
Freaking trying to marry you?
Yeah, hell no. No, but I guess he broke. I don't think she broke it off like right before getting married. She probably broke it off a little bit after getting engaged. But still, like, you're probably like fucking sitting there like, drink your fucking soup, you asshole. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're probably like, to hold in that rage. I wonder if she still had sex with him after that.
I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
Because, I mean, maybe, like, I mean, we don't know, right? But, I mean, she probably had an inkling. She probably just gave in. At the end of the day, she's just using him for sex.
Yeah.
At that point, if you know, it's like, I mean, she needed to get it when she needed to get it. And he was right there. That's your husband already. That's your ass for now.
For now.
Use it while you got it.
All right, so let's rate this one.
I gave her a 10.
Yeah, I'll give this one a 10 too. Damn, this is like the best.
That was like very like, it's like point for like tacticalness, like point for like patience, like.
Yeah, girl. Damn.
You're different.
Yeah, she is different. Damn, this girl's DM'd me before too. I know who she is. I'm gonna give her back. All right. Unfollowed girls for him on IG while he was sleeping. I've done that before.
Is that what you're laughing? I thought about doing that.
I've muted some girls.
I've muted. I used to mute.
I'm like, you don't need to be watching her fucking story. Mute. And then I'm like, is you gonna say something to me? Like, I wonder if he's thinking like, damn, I haven't seen this girl's story in a minute.
Dude, okay, so that happened to me with Eduardo. Whenever we were in college, I would go through his Instagram, didn't find anything. Went to his Google, like nothing. I didn't find anything. So I went to his Snapchat. And back in the day, Snapchat was very popular.
Yeah.
So he was following this girl. I'm not gonna say what class it was because I'm pretty sure she knows who she is. So he was in class with this girl. They were like in groups, and I saw out of nowhere that he started following this girl, and I'm like, I didn't even ask him. I was just like, who the fuck is this? Like, when did you start following her? Why is she the only person that you're following? Because I didn't see any guys. Like, if he was in a group of guys and girls, why did he not add the guys? I only saw the girl, so I just unfollowed her. Like, First I muted her, and then like a couple days later, I still didn't get over it. So then I just completely deleted her off of it. Yeah. And then a couple days later, he was just like, yeah, like did you grab my phone? And I'm like, why? And he was like, oh, I'm just wondering. I'm like, oh, were you wondering if I deleted that bitch from your Snapchat? I'm like, yes, I did. I grabbed your phone. He was like, why are you grabbing my shit? Why are you following a girl? First of all, I wouldn't have done nothing if you didn't like follow her. You know what I mean? So
you know what? Chris and I never had Snapchat when we were together. When we would break up, when we would do our little breakups, he did get his Snapchat, or I would get it too. And then I caught him doing some shit through Snapchat, and this is why we didn't do Snapchat when we were together, because Snapchat to me was such a fucking. You only had Snapchat, and you only Snapchatted guys or girls, or guys only Snapchatted other girls for fucking sexual reasons. You didn't fucking have Snapchat because I want to see your fucking smile. No. Like, no. Snapchat was taken to the extreme, and like, I don't even know.
The fact that it would expire if you didn't save it, it was just deleted. Like, you could never find it.
No. Like, I, to be honest, feel like there was way more cheating done through Snapchat than any other platform.
And there still is.
Is Snapchat still a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a huge thing. Like, I mean, Eduardo still uses it, but I just don't care anymore. But back in the day when I did, it was a big thing at the time because it vanishes. You can't even go back and like try to load those messages anymore.
See, I feel like if I was in the dating world now, I'd be way more toxic, because I'd be like, on my first fucking date, I'd be like, you can't do this. I'm sorry, if you have a Snapchat, delete. I have like a whole fucking set of interview questions for him, and one thing I didn't like, I'd be like, out, bro. Like, out. Like, Snapchat is the one thing I could be like, absolutely fucking not.
No, like why?
Why?
Like, and who uses it nowadays?
If you're in a relationship, why? Mm-hmm. Why do you need a Snapchat her? Like, you want to smile?
Like, I mean, honestly, on there, I feel like it's more critical of like, why are you following this girl?
Right.
Like, on there. Like, you know what I mean?
Because
like,
it's not like stories where you're watching just what that person's doing.
No, like that person is literally getting on to message
you.
Because why would you look at their stories?
Yeah.
Like, unless like they're older or, you know, I mean, I don't know. But
no.
That's my story.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
So, yes.
But unfollowed a girl for him on IG while he was sleeping. I mean, it's pretty toxic. It's like an 8.
Yeah.
I've done it. I mean, I've done it before. Yeah, I've done it before, like last year.
I thought you were going to say years ago, but.
No. Last year I muted a girl. I was like, you don't need to be watching her stories. Yeah, and if you unmute her, okay, cool, whatever. But we haven't even had the conversation, so we'll probably have this conversation after the podcast. I need to have like a Chronicles.
He didn't even notice.
After the podcast conversations. All right, next one. Took his car, hid it at a friend's house, and took out the fuse box so it wouldn't start. Damn.
I wonder what he did to her.
You're like, I wonder what you did, motherfucker.
Yeah. To go out there and take off a fuse box. Like, are you a mechanic?
Yeah.
Like, you went all out?
Or did you pay for someone?
Did you pay for somebody to take out the fuse box?
Please tell me you didn't pay for someone. But damn, that's pretty toxic.
Yeah.
He must have, like what you said, what did you do? What did he do?
Yeah, what did he do? Because
like, I feel like I wouldn't go through the time unless I was really hurt or something. I don't know.
Like, that's like super, also like she planned that out.
Yeah.
She hit it, took out the fuse box. She didn't just hit it. She took out the fuse box. She really wanted.
Yeah.
To leave him immobile so he won't go nowhere. Probably not to fuck other bitches, probably, right? Yeah. She was like, oh, now how you're going to get to that bitch, you know?
Yeah, probably.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a 10.
And that's a 10.5 because you know how to work with cars. So props to you.
Yeah, props to you, girl. Yeah. All right. Signed him up on several gay for pay websites and posted his phone number.
I love that one.
I don't think this is toxic at all.
I don't think it's so toxic either.
Oh my God.
She didn't do anything to him. She didn't take up your fuse box.
No.
She didn't marry you and then break up with you.
Yeah.
She just signed you up for, you got away.
Yeah, you got away. This guy got away. Mm-hmm. Girl, damn, this is good. I'm taking notes. Dude,
if you sign up Chris for like all that stuff, you're gonna get it to your own house.
What do you mean?
Like if you sign him up for like
gay for pay?
Gay for pay and like they send you stuff or like whatever, like you're gonna get it to your house.
Yeah. No, if I sign him up for gay for pay, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be riding around in a new car next month. Like, I mean, hell, his body would do well.
You might as well just make money off of it,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
might as well make money off of it. But this one's a good one.
Yeah,
I don't think this is too toxic, but I love this girlfriend.
No, I don't think that's toxic.
All right, logged into an ex's 401k and put their contribution to 100% so they didn't get a paycheck.
I like that
So this was the same girl who signed him up for gay for pay.
Oh, I love that.
I love you, girlfriend.
Oh my God. That was good. You fucked with this money, which is exactly how to get to them.
Yeah. Fuck with their money, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the way. What did he do to you?
I wonder what he saw, because you know how it breaks down on the right?
He's probably like, what the fuck? He probably was. He probably gave him a really bad week.
And that was still really nice of you because, you know, he still ends up having that money at the end of the day.
This is how you mentally fuck with this dude.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything to him, to his car, to his property, but she mentally fucked with this dude.
It's like mental note for like later on in life for those people that do want to do stuff. If you just do that, I think you're good.
Yeah, like
everything else could be fixed. The fuse box could be like put back. You know what I mean? Like,
man, it's a whole different level to fuck with someone when they're things, but when you fuck with them with their mental health, like that's a whole different thing.
Like, what the fuck? Like, he never, like, first of all, he's getting all this, like, you know, unsolicited gay stuff to his, like, emails and his phone number. And then, two, you don't have money? God damn.
He's going to have to do the gay for a girl. You did this guy a favor.
He must have had a really shitty-ass fucking week or a month until he figured it out. And, like, a shitty-ass 2 weeks afterwards.
Yeah, dude. I can't. Okay. All right.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. Yeah, that's a 10. All right. All right. So this one's an actual, like, little story. All right. So I have a couple, she says. Okay, we were on vacation and he left his phone on the charger while he went to go shower. All right, probably going to go through it. Mm-hmm. So I clicked it and it was locked, but I could see he was texting someone who wasn't saved. Well, I saved the number on my phone, went on my Instagram to see who was my new suggestion based off my contacts. Bitch.
Wait.
It was
so she went on her Instagram, put the phone number
in her phone.
Oh, she put the phone number in her phone.
In her phone, and it'll give you suggestions, I guess, based on your phone number. Girl, this girl knows her shit. Okay. I need to take notes. Okay. Based off my contacts, it was a girl, of course. So I added her, made it seem like a friendly ad, liked a couple of her posts. Then I went extra and started posting pics of me and him on our vacation with corny captions like, me and my boo. She watched all my stories, and I noticed she unfollowed him. Damn. First of all, you are smart as fuck. First of all, did you even say anything to him? You didn't say anything to him?
No, because she wanted to confirm at the end if there was even something going on.
The fact that this girl unfollowed him after that, mad respect.
Yeah, because she could have said something.
She could have just kept messaging this dude. But the fact that, like, she saw the girl's story and saw that he was with her, and she was probably like, oh shit, like, this girl followed me, like she knows. I don't know. Man,
mad respect at the same time, but if he was texting her and she knew that they were together, why didn't that girl tell her? Like, hey, I've been messaging your man. Like, I was trying props to you for unfollowing and just keeping it silent, but then it was, like, too silent.
Well, I was saying, like, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. Like, she didn't know this guy had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if the side girl didn't know that this guy had a girlfriend and then realizes it by watching the stories.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, props to her for unfollowing the girl in the relationship, right?
Yeah.
For unfollowing the dude. Mm-hmm. But obviously, if she knew, then...
Yeah, I mean, she saw it. I mean, props to her for following and keeping it quiet, but at the same time, if, I think she should have told her. Since, I mean, she was just a new follow.
Oh, yeah.
I think she should have, like, oh, hey, like, I didn't know that he had a girlfriend, but we've been DMing.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
He got my number, we met up at this place, I just wanted to let you know. And then unfollowed him.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Like girl code.
Oh, she should have girl code and messaged her and said, oh, yeah, because now I wonder if it was just simple messaging or if they went out, like you said, or stuff.
So I'm saying, like, it could have been more. But she probably kept it silent because she didn't want drama, so she just unfollowed him, which is still a good, I guess. Yeah.
I wonder if this girl said anything to her boyfriend afterwards.
I'm pretty sure. She did all that, and then the girl unfollowed her.
Yeah.
The girl unfollowed him.
Damn, she had her fucking receipts ready. Mm-hmm. That's the best way to get a dude. Just fucking receipts.
And I wonder if... I mean, she never even... Well, no, she had to.
What?
It was too much work. I'm like, she didn't even, like, tell him. Because the fact that, first of all, it's just sus that they have a number that's not saved.
Yeah.
Like, that's just weird. Why not save a number?
Yeah.
Unless it's, like, those, like, spam texts.
But you know what? I applaud women like this who have patience to do all this stuff. Because I feel like I would be like... Who the fuck is this? I would have called from his phone, see who picked up, and then been like, are you really doing this while we're on vacation right now? Like, get your shit now, get out. Like, I feel like I'm like not, I gotta practice my patience.
Same.
So, I mean, I props to these girls for patience. Yeah. This toxicity level, I don't think it's super toxic.
I don't think so either. I think that she was calm. She did what she had to do. She needed to find like the end result. Yeah.
About it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she had to wait until she confirmed.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I don't think this was... Girl, this is like a 10 on how well you handled this.
Yeah, it's like 10 for your patience.
Yeah. All right, next one. After my toxic cheating ex and I broke up, I love how she said, after my toxic cheating ass ex and I broke up, I had texted him from a fake number app to show him how bomb and how good I was doing and how I covered our small tattoo and I was on a trip with my new man, but texted him as if I was one of his buddies, like, bro, did you see this? Just so he could see it and soak it in. So I think she texted her ex with a fake number.
Okay.
Pretending to be a dude and being like, bro, did you see like
her removing her tat?
Like, did you see these new pictures of her?
Oh, with her new man.
Like, with her new man.
Oh.
Damn. That's toxic.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
Because, you have to download a whole ass app for that fake number.
Yeah.
And then you had to do all that. Like,
This is toxic because you still cared enough to
text your ex. Yeah. While you were with your new man.
Damn, girlfriend.
I'll give you a 9. Yeah. I'll give you a 9 because you downloaded an app.
Yeah. I was like 9.5 for sure. All right. Next one. All right. I couldn't find my ex on New Year's Eve and he turned his phone off. I wanted to get in his email, so I did the forget password. So they sent it to his voicemail, and since his phone was off, I just needed to figure out his voicemail pin, which just so happened to be the same number he had in his email address. So I was able to get into his email, and there was a hotel confirmation under a girl's name. The hotel wasn't too far, so I drove there, and by then, it's almost midnight. When I got there, his truck was parked right in the front, but I didn't know what room they were in. I went to the office and showed the confirmation and told them that my husband's phone was dead, and I didn't know what room we were in, and I didn't realize that his sister booked the room under her name. He gave me the hotel room. I didn't realize that his sister booked the room number under her name. Oh, shit. He gave me the hotel room number. I was pounding on the door for a minute, but they wouldn't answer, so I keyed his truck, piece of shit, right down the side of it, and I put her name in Google. And I was able to match her number to a number saved in his contacts that were backed up in his email and put him and her on a group text and told her that I hoped she was enjoying her New Year's Eve with my husband. A week later, I had coffee with his baby mama to dig his grave deeper. The end. I'm definitely not the person anymore and would never do that to myself again. Thank God I'm in a very happy and healthy new relationship. Wait, I don't even know what just happened. This is a lot.
Okay, so I think she said that she
couldn't get a hold of her husband.
So she went to his email. And then from his email, she sent a code. So I did the forget password. So to get his voicemail. And since his phone was off, I just needed to figure out his voicemail pin, which I don't understand the whole voicemail and phone because you're
thing.
able to call, and I think once you get to the voicemail, I think there's like a hack that you're able to like get to their messages.
Really? I don't know. Anyways, she finds in this email that there's a hotel confirmation under a girl's name. And then she drives to the hotel and she sees his car there. So he's obviously there with some girl. And the reservation was under his sister's name. So that's fucked up.
Yeah, his sister was in it.
And yeah.
Unless he was with his sister.
Stop. This isn't Rosa de Guadalupe. Fucking Chris, I should have Chris. Chris, bring your fucking
back. Look at this. Because she still didn't know. Oh, no. She grabbed the number. She put it on Google. It traced back to a girl's number.
Yeah, to a girl's number. But she patted on the door and he didn't answer.
But she probably didn't even have his sister's number. What if it was his sister after all?
I don't know. I don't know. This is just like, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but she keyed the guy's car. I mean, I probably would have too if you had facts that he for sure was cheating, but
yeah. And why didn't he answer the door?
I don't know. He probably saw it in the peephole or something.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I would key a guy's car, honestly. I don't think I'm that type of crazy. I don't think so.
I feel like once you did all that and then you go in, he doesn't open the door, he knows that you're outside, you went through all that trouble. I mean, you might as well do something, I guess, because you didn't even see him. You went there to confront him and he didn't open the door. So you have to let out your rage somewhere or another.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Okay, went on a date with my ex's idol after he cheated on me, but dialed him during our convo about him being a piece of shit and made out sesh, but I'm sure he thought it was sex. So went on a date with my ex's idol after he cheated on me, but dialed him during our convo about him being a piece of shit and made out with him, but I'm sure her ex thought it was sex. Damn.
I just don't think that's toxic.
That's some shit I would do.
I just don't think that's toxic.
Chris cheat on me. Sebum. I'm like,
Yeah, you're manifesting. Oh, poor. I'm not gonna say nothing
because you're friends with both of us. Don't get in trouble. Oh my gosh. No, I was just fucking around. But this is. I would definitely do this. I feel like this is like the best.
Yeah, that's the best because it's the idol.
I love this. She's my friend, so I know who she is.
Oh, really?
What? No one knows who she is. I think that was the last one. Yeah, that was the last one. Oh my gosh. I feel like, to be honest, I was expecting more, like, worse.
Yeah, me too.
Some of these girls have really good control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, way more, I guess we're evolving.
We are evolving.
What I mean? Like, the toxicness is still there, but it just has, like, some add-ons.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about, I think one of the most recent toxic things, I guess you would say, that I did was, so Chris and I are cool with going through each other's phones, but his phone was like laying out and I grabbed it, and you know how on TikTok this says if you put a period in the search through their messages, it can search for like people who aren't in his contacts if he texted him and deleted the message.
If you put a period in the message?
Yeah, so if you go through, like, your messages, right? And you know how there's messages, it's, like, there's, like, a little search, right? Yeah. If you put a dot, right? Like, the period, right? Uh-huh. It'll show you everyone you recently texted, even if you don't have their number saved. Because if you don't have their number saved and you deleted it, it's gone, right? But if you put the dot, it won't be gone. It'll come back up. Nothing came up for you, sweetie, so, you know. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I checked it out.
I deleted a message and then did
No. But apparently, I mean, I tried it. Obviously, there was nothing to hide for him there, but I tried it on my phone,
Chris, why are you looking it up?
Oh, Chris is looking it up. He's like, yeah, it is true. Why, you think you're getting in trouble or what? No, he's not going to get in trouble, guys. I'm just egging him on. But, yeah, no, I think on TikTok nowadays, dude, there's so much stuff. There's so much. Sometimes it's too much. I'm like, no.
Yeah, like you have to go through all this stuff now.
I'm like, if you have to go through all that trouble, like, why are you with this person?
Yeah.
Like I've said before, I think for whatever works in your relationship, if me and Chris are totally okay with going through each other's phones if we need to. It's not all the time, but if we need to, then we'll, I don't want to say if we need to, but if we just feel like it, we'll go. Like, he'll grab my phone, I'll grab his phone. It's not like we're on it for like 5-10 minutes. It's literally like a quick thing, and then we're done. But I'm completely over the phase where I'm like purposely looking for shit. Like where I'm like, okay, let me check his Instagram and Facebook and this app to see what I can find. Yeah. No.
I completely agree with you. I mean, if you're gonna have to go through all that, and then at the end, like it's kind of like what my mom says. It's like a Mexican saying, like if you're looking for it, you're gonna find it.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm a big believer in like, okay, if he's doing something behind my back, if I'm meant to find out, I'll find out. Yeah. And if I'm not meant to find out, then I won't find out. And I know that sounds like very like, oh, well, what if he's cheating on you? You're just going to look stupid and you're going to be with him until you find out. What if he's been doing it for years? Well, I was happy during that time because I didn't know. And I don't care to look. I just don't care anymore.
No, I agree with you 100%. And I think we all as women too have this intuition, because there was a point where Chris wasn't doing anything crazy. Like he was just watching porn stuff. And I was not looking for anything. Like I wasn't purposely on his phone to look at anything. It was crazy that I ended up finding, like the way that it popped up. I was like, I had just learned it through like a work thing, how to go through like, to see what apps you spend the most time on. And I was like, oh shit, like I'm spending too much time on Instagram or whatever. So I just did it on his phone, not thinking that I was going to find anything, and I ended up finding something. So sometimes it's like things will open up. Like you'll find out stuff when it's meant to happen, without you even having to search for it and look for it. And so, I think like as women too, we have an intuition when you're like, okay, I feel like something's off in the relationship, and then I feel like if you do feel like something's off, then look for it. But don't worry, don't spend your life trying to find shit on your significant other, because like
you have to live your life. And I feel like also like, once you look, I think it's like such a waste of time if you look for it, you find it, you don't do nothing about it. Like you'll talk to him about it, like you hope that he changes, and then it doesn't. And then you just, what are you going to do? Keep looking for it and exhausting yourself, and then just spend your time crying and thinking and like having like this low self-esteem because like of all these things that you're looking up, you might as well just work on yourself, make sure that you're confident and that you love yourself. And then after that, trust me, you're not even going to want to go through his phone because you don't need him anymore. You don't need him to make you happy. So once you find your happiness, you don't have to find it somewhere else. So everything that he does or he wants to do or whatever, it would be less, it won't affect you so much because you're happy with yourself. You don't have to go find happiness with him. You have to find your own happiness.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think it's not, definitely it's like more toxic for you mentally to like constantly be looking at your significant others.
And it doesn't only just affect your relationship or with your man. It affects everything around you. It affects your friendships. It affects the way that you see the world. And I feel like it's just that's toxic for yourself.
And I think it's what you said, like when, like how your mom said, if you go looking, you're going to find stuff. So you better be strong enough to actually do something about it. If you are going to do something about it, because if you're not, and you're going to find all this out and you're not going to do shit about it, like you said, what is it going to do? Just fuck with your mental health. You're miserable because you're not going to leave him.
No, you're not.
Because you're not strong enough to leave him.
And then he knows that if you're not going to do nothing about it, he's just going to keep doing it because he knows that you didn't leave the first time after you found it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So it's not worth it, girls. I mean, unless you're strong enough to leave him. But regardless, it's not worth being in a relationship where you feel like you have to constantly be looking for stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
it doesn't always end bad. You know, sometimes they do look for stuff, they do talk to the guy, and they work on themselves. Yeah, and like then they're good, you know?
You guys talk about what's acceptable in your relationship and what's not, and you come up with quote-unquote rules or boundaries. And everyone has different boundaries. Whatever feels comfortable in your relationship and whatever
makes you feel better. Yeah, whatever makes your relationship okay.
Yeah, I think one thing I learned about you is, like, do it if it's going to make you feel better. And then one thing with Areli, I'd be like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to tell Chris this or that. And she's like, why? If it's gonna make you feel better, who cares if it makes you look like a crazy wife or whatever? You do talk about stuff that makes you feel better and live the way that you're gonna want to live better. And I 100% know that he's going to validate what you're feeling. She's like, don't care, because I think a lot of the times you're like, well, I want to be a hip, cool wife and I want to be cool with all this stuff, but in reality, like, we're still females and there's stuff that's going to affect us. And now I've learned, like, if something affects me, like really does truly affect me, I'm just going to talk to him about it, because I'd rather talk to him about how I'm feeling than pretend I'm like this cool wife and then deep down it'd be eating me up.
And one thing that I told Jazzy a long time ago, and that I tell all my friends, I'm like, guys aren't perfect. They're not your Prince Charming. They don't know what you're thinking. If you're gonna go around having a bad day and you're gonna want him to ask you about your day, he might not ask you about his day. He's in his own world. He's doing things that he wants to do. He's probably not even thinking that there's anything wrong, but in your head you're like, oh no, he needs to ask me. Yeah. No, he needs to come to me and he needs to come and ask me how I'm feeling. Or if not, I'm not gonna say anything. Right. And you're honestly just doing a disservice to your relationship and to yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways, that's a little relationship talk. We kind of went on a little tangent there, but thank you, Areli, for being on today. We had so much fun.
Having me. I know.
I need to bring her on. She's a new mom, so we can talk about new mom things on the podcast, because I haven't brought on a mom yet. But so this is Areli, who I talk about all the time, who I call like 3-4 times a day.
Yeah, we have to talk every day.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to purchase some merch if you have not. Make sure you guys are following the Provocative Podcast, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye. I'm not gonna keep it for you, 'cause you were